Welcome back, everyone. Video and AI-generated content just exploding on social media. And while audiences love how engaging and creative it can be, it is getting harder to know what is real and who to trust. UNF Associate Professor Dr. Margaret Stewart is helping people with branding, navigating a very changing landscape. It's evolving, and also kind of behind the social media Expo JAX, which is happening this weekend. So we'll talk more about that. You expect a lot of people to come out to learn about this really important content. Let's talk now, though. You said right now, when it comes to being a brand, which you pointed out to me, we're all our own brand, you know, even if we're not an influencer, but because we're all using social media, that says a lot about who we are.
Correct. So every one of us as an individual social media consumer is our own personal brand when we're engaging in the digital spaces and establishing digital presence for ourselves.
Yeah, and you talked about, you know, video is where it's at. I mean, people aren't just posting pictures anymore. It's all about what you're doing, if it's funny, if it's serious, if it makes you cry, you know, it's all about the video and the emotional impact.
So here in the United States, the average adult social media user is consuming 52 minutes of video a day on their social media platforms.
Easily.
And on top of that, almost 90% of businesses and brands are now using video as a leading marketing strategy for their businesses.
Yeah, and what's working? Is it like looking in the camera and, you know, relating to people? Is it creative video from whatever they're trying to sell?
Sure. So there's all sorts of motivations of why we consume what we do. Often it's seeking information or for entertainment purposes. Of course, the fundamental root of social media is staying connected to others. So being able to share and exchange that content that we enjoy consuming is also very important.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about how AI is working into everyone's video.
Right.
If we could pull up this video. So these are bunnies just happily jumping on a trampoline. You know, this I saw first, and people were like, is it real? Is it not? So this is another video that shows why it's not real, because that bunny kind of just disappears when the others come in. Like, look closely, so you'll see it. Where'd that bunny go?
Yes.
That bunny got eaten by that other one. So talk about how this video is impacting the industry, because I think about, you know, years ago, somebody might have tried that and just put some bunnies on a trampoline and saw what happened, but now that's not good enough.
Right. So what's interesting is, I think in terms of quality and efficiency of production, we're absolutely seeing that using AI tools is becoming a common trend. In fact, over 50% of video marketing professionals acknowledge using AI to engage in content creation, right? But what we're noticing as consumers is exactly what's demonstrated in that video. We're sitting there questioning, is it real, is it not? And then for those of us with a keen eye or a trained eye, we're noticing, oh, there's objects disappearing, there's manipulations in the background, things like this, that are identifiers that this is likely an AI-generated piece of content.
Is that okay? You know, it was interesting. I was scrolling the other day and I saw someone saying, all you have to do is take a picture, and then you can make AI say anything you want. And so they're like, no acting, no teleprompting. Like, it's not even a real person sometimes that's marketing to people.
Right. So what's interesting now, last week was Ethics Week at UNF. And so we were discussing this very topic of, you know, is there an ethical boundary at this point that we need to consider? And what I can advise for brands and businesses is that they need to be very considerate of operating with authenticity in mind, as to not create a competing image for their brand, and to honor the integrity that the consumers are expecting and anticipating.
Right. So it'd be okay if I'm like, okay, this is my AI avatar talking to you, but don't try to act like it's you, you know, like own up to the fact that you're using technology to enhance yourself.
And I think the more that businesses and brands can demonstrate that sort of ethical transparency across the board, consumers will buy in with goodwill and have greater trust to the brand's credibility.
All right. So you have your expo this weekend. Tell me more about what people are learning. I was surprised to learn that it's really the community that comes out to this, not just students.
Correct. A lot of people think the Expo, because it's hosted at UNF, is a student-centered event. It's actually a public event, and the primary audience is digital marketing and communication professionals. So we have all types of folks, ranging from social media managers, business leaders, small businesses, social media freelancers and solopreneurs, if you will, content creators, influencers, right? Huge audience. We have roughly 150 guests coming to campus, and we will be focusing this year's theme on video, with a couple of the presentations also centering around AI. A few wonderful highlights of this year's Expo. It's our 6th annual year. We are officially sold out, but we do have a few buffer seats left available if folks want to join us tomorrow. The event is between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. And also a highlight of this year is we have a new agency partner a local agency called Kairos Digital. So Stephen Freeman will be presenting as well at the Expo. He's the leader of the agency and a UNF alum, as well as being featured this year in JAX's 40 Under 40.
All right,
So we're
awesome.
very
Thank you.
excited to have it tomorrow, and thank you so much for allowing me to share this with you today.
No doubt. And then people will be able to kind of tap in and see the video version and also sign up now to know when next year's happens so that you could get in there. So thank you for joining us today.
Yes.
All right, so we'll be right back after the break.